Well, howdy. Been meaning to make this video for a while, but I've been really busy doing a lot of work on the place I'm living in. I'm actually building the house while I'm living in it. Anyway, got a lot done. I'm happy about that. But now I'm finally sitting down and making this video. So, my issues with the Catholic Church, my specific issue with the papacy. It began in 2008, I think it was. The then Pope came here to Israel to show his support for the poor, suffering Palestinians. Well, okay. He traveled on his dime, not mine. It's a free country, unlike some other countries in the region. He can say whatever he wants in Israel. So he came. He did his thing. He left. Okay, he was on a couple of papers for a while. That was over. About a month after that, I shouldn't name names, in other country in the region, where the majority of people belong to, again, I shouldn't name names, some other religion, a large column of the army composed of soldiers, people belonging to this other religion, rolled into 3 Christian villages and told them, the Christians, that they would convert to this other religion or they'd all be killed. The Christians refused to convert. And so the soldiers, belonging to this other religion, killed all the men and boys, raped the women and girls to death, looted the villages, and then burned them to the ground. And what did the Pope have to say about this? Nothing. Now, I am Jewish. So, there's a lot I don't know about Christians. But I am aware that the Pope is considered something of a leader among Christians. In fact, arguably the most foremost Christian in the world. So it seems to me that the Pope has something of a responsibility toward Christian people, has something of a duty to see that Christian people, well, for a start, don't get massacred. Now, I must admit, a lot of Christians, you look a lot alike to me. I am aware that there are differences. Some differences I know, a lot of them I don't. A lot of the differences don't seem like very much differences to me. You know, I'm looking in from the outside. I'm not on the inside. That's pretty normal. I'm pretty sure to a lot of Christians, the difference between a chassid and a mitnaged are not easy to see. But I digress. So, I suppose that the Pope, who is a Catholic, might not feel any great responsibility toward people who are not Catholic. I believe, I don't know for a fact, but I believe that the Christians in this other country in the region were not Catholics. So I suppose it's possible that the Pope and the papacy in general heard about this and decided that since these people were not Catholics, they did not have any real responsibility to speak out about this, to try to make sure it doesn't happen again. But if that is so, then why did the then Pope come to Israel to show support for the poor, suffering Palestinians who are really not Catholic? Really not Catholic. Being, Muslims. So, That is my major issue with the papacy. That the papacy, the Pope, and the bureaucracy of the Catholic Church in general had nothing to say about this. And it's not an isolated incident. This was not something that happened out of the blue. This was one example of things that have been going on in a lot of countries in this region for a long time, and in other regions too. So why would the Pope come to Israel at a certain amount of expense and effort to show support for the poor, suffering Palestinians when actual Christian people, who the Catholic, as a Christian, has something of a responsibility toward? Why would he do that? Why would the papal bureaucracy support such an endeavor? Because coming to Israel and showing support for the poor, suffering Palestinians is safe. This is a safe country. We have freedom of religion. So you can come here and say things in support of people who are trying to destroy the country and wipe us out, and we'll let you do it. Maybe we shouldn't let you do it, but we'll let you do it. Because we're really big on freedom, on people being able to do things that they want to do. Unlike some other countries in this region and in other regions. But saying bad things about this other religion, that's dangerous. That is politically incorrect. That's bad. Shouldn't do that. So I posted an earlier video about the Catholic Church not being a cult, in which I talked about the good things that the Catholic Church does, and I recognize that. And they do important things. And I can recognize that they do important things and still have serious issues with the Catholic Church, with the papacy, with the bureaucracy, and the Pope specifically. Now that Pope is gone. We have a new Pope, and I don't see so much of a difference. I have heard people going on at some length about how much better this new Pope is, but I don't see much difference. I have not heard this Pope say anything much at all about these massacres that are going on, still going on. There are genocides going on in some parts of the world. Parts of the world that are not Israel. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a very pleasant day.